Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ratman Horatio, and I'm doing Vermintide today because this is gonna sound insane, but I think I've had my fill of Darktide. Like I've played Darktide off stream a bit, and I'm getting around to stuff, and there's this weirdness to Darktide. I don't know how to describe it well, but I'll describe it as there's a muddiness to Darktide. Like, not visually or anything, but like there are small bits and pieces, aspects of Darktide that just, I guess, fell through the developmental cracks that have made it to the beta as it is now, and it's just really weird. I feel like I need to explain or to describe it, but it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, I'm trying my hardest to enjoy Darktide, but it just has these odd flaws that shouldn't be there. Like, while I get Vermintide 2 booted up here, I guess, like, a thing I need to explain is that in Darktide, they at least from what I've come to understand, they kind of built it off an early version of Vermintide 2. That's not entirely true, but they use a similar engine, or the same engine, and it's not that unusual for a game dev, but they're just odd choices, weird things, quirks to the game engine, and enemy interactions and whatnot, and it's just... I don't know. Maybe I've seen dogs spaz out and, like, pop a full 180 in the air, or turn 90 degrees and get a pounce they shouldn't have because of the dedicated servers, or maybe it's the way the mutants are, or maybe it's the fact that the ragers, the characters that are supposed to be very angry, silently approach you. They don't make a whole lot of noise. The game feels... I don't know. That, and it has been shown that, believe it or not, earlier in Vermintide 2's life cycle, it had an issue with ice skating enemies, where they'd lock onto you, and whenever they'd start their attack animation, they would just track you heavily, and I don't mean that you could dodge to the side and they'd curve with you. It was if you dodged back, they would stick to you. If you dodged to the side, they would stick to you. If you curved a dodge, or got smacked really hard, they would be stuck to you. You can occasionally still see bits and pieces of that in what in the world are they called? In Berserkers. But it's just... I guess it's essentially like, these were problems, in quotes, that were solved with Vermintide 2, and they shouldn't be problems in Darktide. They were a solved issue, and yet they're there. And it's just... I don't know. Part of the problem might be that I've been playing it as a psyker. I'm gonna do a Chaos Waste run so, I don't know. Custom game, Fortitude, private game, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, maybe part of the issue with Darktide is that I'm playing as Psyker, and Psyker is starting. The more I play Psyker, the more it's feeling like a hodgepodge of all of, like, Sienna's careers.
The Chaos Wastes are always in flux. No path is the same twice. Once begun, you must see things through to the end, or return in failure. Sites marked with a halo are cursed by the Chaos Gods.
Ratman, what do you mean? How do I explain it? Like, Brain Burst is like a single target burning ahead. The Force Staff and Force Weapons are very reminiscent of Sienna. the special, the not career skill, but I'm going to call it a career skill because it fills the same duty. You press a button, your character says a line, and a thing happens. Is reminiscent of Unchained, except it doesn't work like Unchained when it really feels like it should. Really? I mean, I guess it does have more monsters. I just didn't expect to enter the map, go 2 feet, and encounter it.
But that may not last.
Flank that storm beast! Bring it down!
Oh, it came down.
That's how it is! Stop it! Mind the flames!
And once again,
It's been a long time since I've had to power 0 a monster. Interesting.
So far, hasn't it?
I'd still like to drag him out into the real world, preferably by that ridiculous.
Right, so I think I was talking about how Psyker was similar-esque to Sienna. And the way the stamina is, and the way the dodging is, everything feels muddled, unrefined. And I can hear it already that it's a beta, it'll get better, but it's like, I don't know. It's a few weeks away from what their full launch is supposed to be, and it's just...
Oh, we'll have fun
like,
with this.
I guess the biggest...
Look at the state of it all.
I don't know, like... The most line I can throw at the game is that it's a Fat Shark game, alright. It shows. It's very easy to tell, and it's... Oh, good sword.
Yeah, that rattling's dead.
He didn't die. I don't know.
Dead are fortunate. It's the living I pity.
I don't know how to phrase this in a way that would make sense to someone who just hasn't experienced the fat sharkening like I have. Like, the game looks great,
Healing draft in sight.
but there's just issues, problems,
Here we go again.
qualms.
Our healing.
Also, it's really funny to watch an absolutely full health elf heal.
Believe how we let her get away with it. Incoming pack. Ran that shield, Glory. You're getting the knack of this, Glory. Judgment finds you.
I should have waited to pick up ammo.
There's ammunition here. He'll have you by the neck. Someone flew through right enough. I killed the hook rat. You see that? With the shorty around, reckon I can take things a little easier. It's nothing. Just training, that's all. Besides, couldn't do it without you.
Hush! Can you hear more coming? Drawn to the size of your swollen egos.
Maybe part of what bothers me about Darktide is, I don't know, the range focus of it all. Like, ammo is fairly abundant. A number of weapons have absolutely massive magazine sizes.
Scared him off. Nah, I didn't think so neither.
And, you know, ammo pools and... Psyker's just passive ability instead of grenades, because grenades are a thing, and some characters get multiple of them. He gets his brain burst ability, and it's just... I don't know. Maybe it's playing with the other people and actually needing to do brain bursting and whatnot to stay... Also, there was a health potion up there. I don't know. Maybe it's the prospect of just the people I've been playing with. Because frequently, I guess one way, if you have a person who plays a Psyker and you want to make their day just notably worse, anytime you see them channeling Brain Burst on a target, it gives that target a blue aura around their head, showing that, you know, the character's been locked on. I swear, doing that to anything, to like the weakest enemy, to elites, to specials, to anything, will immediately enrage veteran marksmen on your team, and they will instantly start mag dumping into it. And it makes it a little not good for your Psyker, because they can't get stacks of Brain Burst. They can't get their warp charges, which keeps their damage low, which makes it harder to burst larger targets and deal with things in general.
And she knows that home and kin are the only things that matter.
You know they're only a reflection of one of the Trillion gods. Yes.
Now that's a clover deer. It's about to throw its poison. Don't like that, do you, gas rats?
And Horatio, play a different character. You don't have to play Psyker if you're not having the best time. I guess the problem is that I've gotten Psyker to level 20-something. I think 26 at this point. And I want to do other characters, but... I don't know. After experiencing the grind, it's become oddly brutal to have to restart. Why would you do this?
Trevor, you keep killing like this and I'm gonna lose my bet.
Bet? What bet? Don't you listen to her, Azungi. You know how she gabbles on. Assassin rat!
Not assassin, horde.
Hold the line, mate. A foul rattling. Gotcha. Stay out of its sight.
Also, a weird thing that's been bothering me about Darktide is that it's sometimes a little hard to tell whenever you've killed an enemy because they have these long, drawn-out animations, and if there was, like, any level of dismemberment where you could efficiently, you know, dismember a target, or, like, cut off heads or even crush heads outside of Brain Burst, it'd make it a lot easier to like, tell when you've killed a target.
Lurking, mayflies.
That's another leak down.
Temper Station, which probably would have been better for the Bretonian longsword. However, I've already gotten rid of it, so... Like, maybe it's a setting or something that I don't have enabled that I really should.
Sword sorcerer, he's up to no good. Oh, of course he is. Yeah, that's a walk for Sour. Salty hell.
I guess I should thank my lucky stars that there aren't shield enemies. Well, that's a lie. There are ogre and shield bearers called bulwarks, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I spent most of my time playing as Psyker, and it's just like, oh, an enemy with a shield. It can't block the mindfuck.
That rat's dead. Thick as the scum on the right.
Blightstormer!
Well, at least I can say I don't really have any complaints about the bots of Darktide, since you never run into them.
Trusting you won't, sir. Ever a steady hand. We're all good, mates. My rat's dead.
Maybe we'll be ancestor gods one day. What would you be a god of?
Divine or not, I would be content to serve at Sigmar's right hand.
The world will cope without your wisdom, I'm sure.
You hear what I hear, mates? Leech. We got the leech, mates. Hey, see that potion?
Yep, this is fine.
Something ain't right.
Oh, alright, well, that expedites the process.
That's a runner! So much for that assassin. Over there, chest of trials.
No, there's gonna be a horde soon.
Ah, I hear a Blightstormer's chant.
That was distinctively behind us. There's that horde I was foreseeing.
Don't lose heart, Gory. We'll take them. That's what you get for blightstorming.
It would have been funny in the most horrific way possible had that Blightstormer killed all 3 bots with that whirlwind before I killed him. You know?
That's a hook rat. That's right. Bump your sword. Gas! Did you not hear me? My time! Call them up! Smash them in!
Yeah, sure, why not? I hate myself. Fallen Champions Retinue. Alright, that means there's gonna be Spawn of Chaos somewhere. Way down below. Alright. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to cliff it.
You are needed, Elf! You must not die! No way! Hey, here's baby! Give me a gun!
There we go. I lose out on the Pilgrim's coins, but that's fine by me.
Don't forget to claim your reward.
No more random crits, but guaranteed crits every 5. This can be very, very bad. Yeah, sure. Fat shark quality. Actually, if he gets his career skill back, there's a chance he could save her. If you're wondering why I shot him, it was burn through some of his temporary HP and give him some recharge on his career skill. I'm curious to see what will happen. I don't think she'll be in range, but I think he'll try. No, alright. He won't even bother if she's not within the range. Also, she had the potion of endless bombs. Thank you, Fat Shark. Very cool. Yeah, she's down below the map. Goodbye. And there goes the elf.
Did they ever agree what created these chaos?
Right out. One of us has to reach that flight over.
Oh, how nice of the, I was gonna say, how nice of the, Blightstormer to come down and teleport to be directly next to us.
Hawkins still fresh.
Alright, we can grab the elf.
The ritual must be fed. Stand firm within.
Oh, right, I have natural bond. I started drinking and then I remembered what I had, and it's just like, oh, I've wasted my time. This is significantly worse. I'd rather have the normal sword. This just, I forgot Kruger had the spear. I used it so little. Killing things with that low power is a struggle. Well, it could be worse, I guess. I could have gotten the Tuskor Spear and it could have had plus to Pilgrim's coins on it. At which point I would have... I possibly, maybe, could have just cried. There's a bile troll. Oh, I was hoping I could... Come on, big boy. Alright, you can see that, Bardin Gorikson is doing the Gorikson things and being made of aggro. Come on, lad. Why did you do the crawling animation? How did you manage that, elf? Actually impressive. Alright, I should have monster aggro. Yep, there we go. Right, wide sweep. Now I've got his attention. He has some spectacular range. Barden has yoinked the aggro. It's impressive that the elf is so good at not being alive.
Hold on to your hate. It will give you strength.
Battle Troll's already back to full health, so,
I don't like this mayflies. The wastes are thick with tribes, but we only see raw bloods.
I am mildly interested in the prospect of killing it down here. However, that involves dealing with the Bile Troll, and I do not have the proper damage to really deal with that. Maybe cliff it? Maybe?
Are dwarfs in a bad way?
I don't have an answer for you. I don't understand it myself. It just works. Barden, might I convince you to not? Peluso, how are you? There we go. The rest of the team can help now. It's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a year. It's been a decade. How's the game been? I've been playing for... This is the first map. This is my the first map of the first game.
There are shrines along the path.
And,
Gather
it's going all right.
coins to gain miracles.
Oh, that's cursed by Nurgle. I want no part of that. Yeah, sure. I'll go to Pilgrim's Coins and then wherever from there. I suppose you missed it. I was talking about Darktide for
spend pilgrim's
quite a while.
coins at this shrine to receive boons. Or if you have enough, perhaps you might seek a miracle for the whole party. Spend your coins wisely,
Your skill cooldown.
and
That
hope
might be
your
good.
fellow pilgrims do the same.
This seems like it'd be very pog, but I hate how this doesn't say how much career skill it gives. Also, limit on dodge is would be very nice to get rid of. Hope I'm having a good Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving, Peluso. And let's grab that. Good enough. Theoretically, I can block attacks while reviving a teammate, and if it fails, I can pop career skill and have a good time. I might end up needing the plus to monsters, so I might end up going with that. That's cursed by corn, so that could be terrible. I don't know, I'll find out. I need to ask, how has, this is specifically for Pluso. He also streams. Go check him out. He's awesome. How has Gears of War been going? I saw you and Spud playing that. At least I think it was Gears of War. I might be a geriatric, and my mind might be decaying rapidly.
The Chaos Gods are not interested in this place. How long will that last? Who can say?
Gustumi! Antlers! Listen! Arrows!
Come, finish me if you dare.
I'm surprised you can stand with me.
It's been fun, not the best Gears, but still good.
This is dead!
I mean, if you want to have a good time in Gears of War, you get some friends, you get some beers, and you do some Horde mode. My god, I have good memories of doing the Horde mode. Normal sword with attack speed. Flagrant disregard. We go down.
Down we go!
Teleport. There he is. Not playing Darktide? I talked about it earlier, and I don't really mind retreading topics, but after playing Darktide and getting to like level 20-ish, there's this unshakable, like, I don't know, problem. Couple years and made by the new dev, same circumstances as Halo 4. Ah, that'll do it. But after putting time into Darktide, there's this lack of polish. Not in the case of like, oh, it's because it's a beta. There are bits and pieces that are missing that shouldn't be. Like, I guess to elaborate on that is there are things that are there in Vermintide 2, like Berserkers. There are Ragers in Darktide that are high priority, or at least higher priority targets. But they blend in really well with the Hordes, and they make no discernible noise. Like... felt more like Gears than Halo 4 felt like a Halo 4. Well, that's good on its part, then. And I guess going back to... Right. I need to organize my thoughts. I'm trying to have multiple conversations at once, and it's just not working out. My brain is far too small for that. I guess that's good. I guess a bad Gears of War game is better than a Halo game that's barely a Halo game.
Oh, aye. The Elgi were to blame. Whenever there's trouble, turn it out.
A likely story.
And when it comes to Darktide, there are bits and pieces missing that shouldn't be, if you know what I mean. Like, in saying that it's a beta isn't as much of an excuse as it should be, because it's like saying, like, well, they can just add it later. These are things like sound cues for specials and things for enemies. These should already be done. We are 2 weeks away from launch, less by the day, and it's just... I don't know. It's part of the foundation. Well...
We're blessed. Help!
Hold a moment while I drink.
I don't know. There's just... So, I need to say that I have around 700 hours in Vermintide 2. I've put a lot of time into Vermintide 2. Only recently has it become a good and playable game. It wasn't always. Vermintide 2 had a very rough development, and there were large swaths of time where the game was not in a good place, and it wasn't exactly fun to play. Where it is now is not the same game it was when it launched. Like, as part of an elaboration, an issue that people are running into, and that I've run into multiple times, is ice skating enemies. If you look up Chaos Warrior ice skating, Vermintide 2, I think there's still a piece of fan art of a Chaos Warrior on ice skates. Like, the game has had problems in the past, and it took them a strangely large amount of time to get it fixed. So it's weird that they move on to their next title and bugs, and well, not even bugs, just issues that were addressed and fixed are back. Almost like, I don't know. It's just weird, strange.
This is our moment. Make them pay.
And I guess for me, there's this like layer, this subconscious disquiet playing Darktide, where it's just something isn't right. It's like having, I'm gonna put it this way, it's like ordering a burger and receiving that burger, and it's good, but they cooked it a little too much. The meat is a little tough. It's a little burnt. The toppings are old, and you can tell there's something wrong. It's still edible, mind you. It's just, it's not right.
We've a leech by the sound of it.
The weave holds me back.
You are needed.
Or like having a burger with watery ketchup. I wouldn't really know. I don't use ketchup, because if I'm having a burger, it's cheeseburger or bacon cheeseburger and basically nothing else. I don't know. Part of the issue might be is it's just a feeling. Or like with the way sprint works. Like they give you a sprint so you can traverse the level faster, but it drains your ability to block it, and dodging also stops you from regenerating block. So you don't really want to run, but at the same time, the ability to reposition is really, really important. I don't know. It's weird. That's all I can say at this point.
Which do you think's the worst?
This conversation is ridiculous.
Ret.
Heresy is heresy.
That missed.
That's probably wise, One-Eye.
Stop at it! Slay the rat heretics!
I don't know. I wish I could explain my thoughts better.
That's the wolf fire thrower. Get clear, get clear. Wrangler. That's right, no more fire rat. Good killing, Kruber. You're a credit to your regiment. Sole service, sir. We all crack heads in the same cause.
Rat gunners! Someone draw their fire!
Also, what's with all these specials? Is there a special condition in the code for special ambush?
Chest of trials, right here.
I don't know. Oh, great, a war herd. I hope you like banners. Also, horde mode is fun, especially in 4. Good, great, excellent. Behold, even more banners.
Let's clean this up. That's all.
Please cut in the banner, mate, please.
There's a bunch of big armored boys, and they're about to receive the buffeting.
I hear the peals.
You're in a bad way, Watelgi, as the elf dies.
You think pain will stop me? Go back. Check yourself.
I know exactly where I'm shooting. That was entirely worth it.
You've earned your reward. Don't forget it.
This is good. This is good. Gonna take that. I know I'm passing up guaranteed crits and more ability cooldown, but the increased healing just... Hear me out, it's really good. I like it. It makes me feel safe. I think we're gonna get a horde in a second here.
Over here!
I can continue so long as the bindings hold.
Okay, he's gonna heal, grab the healing potion. Saltzpyre has a mighty need. His fragile Sigmarite body.
Time to heal, dwarf. You're a
I underestimated the hook rat and overestimated my damage.
piss on that rattling anyway.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sigma, I see a storm banner.
Filthy rattling gun. Strangler's dead.
Shot Saltzpyre's there, but he'll be fine.
Should I die, Uber, I'd like you to have my sword of honor.
Oh, so the others will think I'm a witch hunter.
No. So they think that I like it.
Fun fact, I learned recently that that line
Not sure what to say about it.
was added because the voice actor for Saltzpyre was in a very old movie, or was a TV series with Sean Bean. And he used that line. At least I think that was it. Or it's just a reference to that. And I must say, I like it. I appreciate it.
Sagaraki Blackfur ahead. Walk fire. Ambush. Fire the hammer. And holy death. All right. Come on. Kill the old trooper.
Look, I suffer from the need for greed.
Find that reachy grabby one. Didn't feel a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Curse of Grimnir is a thing.
On the hook rat. Yes, we killed the hook rat. Stand clear of that hook.
Well, one of two things is gonna happen. Kruber's... not Kruber. Witness the fat sharkening. Not Kruber. Poor Barden. Poor Barden. Oh, he's got the bugged animations. Alright, let's move along now that the horde and the specials are taken care of. Can finally reclaim the elf.
It's only a scratch. Soon have it patched up. Close up. We've got plague monks coming in. Shield vermin, watch out! Close up. Fight like it's payday.
Beware, Black Red Shield Bearer.
Black rat's mine. More potions. This way.
Also, something I learned recently that confuses me greatly. In Darktide, if you're carrying something, whether it be a power core or one of the quest objectives, you can't climb up a ladder with it. If there's a ladder and you're carrying something, like, and it has this animation, you can't climb ladders. Or at least you can't during the new map thing where you've got to do cooling rods. I don't know why. Like, I guess it makes that particular encounter more interesting. I
Clear.
Sad.
don't know
Someone
why.
thinks this is a challenge. They don't learn, do they? Feeding. Gods.
I seldom seen an elf.
There's the Minotaur, which is kind of what I feared.
Ah! Very well.
We'll give them a round war right here, right now.
See him fall! Oi! Over here!
You stink stronger than you stride. That's all you've got.
Hold on, mate.
Oi, what's a hammer? No!
Cease your mooning, dwarf.
You look half dead, Matilda. Thought you could mess with Kruber, did ya?
Trusting
Oh. Minotaurs are always an experience, especially whenever you don't have equipment yet.
I am secured in my faith, of course. But I wonder what leads you to worship as you do.
Toll's a hunter and so am I. No matter what hat on you.
Odd choice. It's not like you do, we. Don't expect sense. Look, Shalia's gifts.
Why? It's not like ammo boxes ever run out. So having two of them next to each other is just kind of very why.
Now that's a clover hit. Get clear! Get clear! Foolish to face his head on.
I love my teammates.
Get out of his path, Dory! assassin to worry about.
Right, so I don't have to worry... No, I might have to worry. I was gonna say, I don't have to worry about a monster back here, but that's not entirely true. Alright, so this sword doesn't in fact have plus to Pilgrim's coins, so yeah. It's kind of a waste. That is... It's literally free, but that would downgrade my weapon, and I'm not gonna do that.
You're barely hanging on one
I'm gonna heal Salt Spire.
Always reliable, Trooper.
I hear the clank of a rattling gun.
I killed the hook rat.
You're not so good in a fair fight, assassin.
Scatter, don't make a juicy target for the flames.
So many specials. Also, why is my phone giving me the struggle signal?
No cause to celebrate.
Get out of the way, gun team. Yeah, that rattling's dead. Need to take that gun.
Classic. Classic. The not double, but quadruple special. That's coordination, all right. Pilgrim's coins. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something I need to test here. Something important. Is this still not actually a point of no return? Oh? No, there we go. Yep, it's not actually a point of no return. You can get back up here. It's not even difficult platforming. How difficult could it be? I got it on my first try. And I just know that it's there. So yeah, that point of no return is broken. That's something to keep in mind if you drop down and a teammate gets hooked or pounced or something and you need to go back to help them. You can. It's an option. You might hear some clicking in a moment. Don't worry about it. It is literally my chair. I was releasing the backrest so it could recline a little bit. Alright, crit power, attack speed. I don't think it really matters. Eesh. Alright, Siege has potential to be ruinous. I'm gonna go with the plus to power against monsters because I am struggling to deal with monsters at the moment, and I think this is going to be my only hope. 40% extra power, reroll my melee into something usable, perhaps a halberd, maybe a executioner's sword. I'd take a great sword at this point. As long as I don't get a spear or one of the shielded weapons or a mace. Like, I will say I've put a not small amount of time into using just the one-handed sword on Kruber. It's not the best. He has significantly better options, but it is serviceable. You can make it work. Also, if I get the option to take the other health regen thing, I'm going to, in a heartbeat, take it. Because I already have Natural Bond.
Plague zealots! Are you letting them
There we go. It takes one-handed sword a hot second to deal with enemies when it really, really should. Alright, critical hit stagger enemies. No one cares about crits. I don't have that as an option.
No match for us.
Why are you running? That's a lot of storm vermin. A lot of stormy boys.
Another of these black birds comes to challenge me.
Also, I suppose I'll take a moment, as I haven't complained about Darktide in a second, in a little bit. I should have checked up there. Oh well. What's done is done. Mild complaint that I have is that how bad it is to take cover, because a lot of times I've taken cover and I couldn't see enemies at all, but they could still shoot me, no problem. And how much, just how staggering the amount of knockback ranged weapons have for enemies. Like, you can riddle someone with holes with your full auto recon las gun, and they'll stumble a little bit. But, like, they shoot you and you've gone flying like you've been shot by a Hollywood shotgun. It is a little funny in a horrible kind of way of, I've been hit and now I can no longer be in the cover I want to be in.
Bit like Cousin Ockery.
Fun fact, that dialogue used to be, like Cousin Ockery, and then Barden would respond with, yes, but don't tell anyone I said that.
Shield rat incoming.
I'd really like to replace my melee.
That rat's got a reach, all right. Shield vermin, watch out! Strangler's dead.
Fun fact, rats in real life have terrible eyesight and identify members of their own family, clan, or whatever you want to call them, mostly by scent. Oh, it's coming back. Time to relocate.
Assassin. Oh!
We're being sneaky. We are being stealthy. I haven't seen this path complete in a long while, and I haven't seen that area opened up in a long while either. It bothers me ever so slightly. Like, make all the jokes you like about how Ratman likes his games consistent and linear, but, like, I think I've said it before where it's like, I have issues with Chaos Waste because of how inconsistent it is, and how dependent you are on just RNG. Hello, RNG, how are you today? Hello, RNG, how are you today? Not plus to Pilgrim's Coins, but I don't think I need it. So what? This had bloodthirst on it? Yeah, increased attack speed, 2% every 5 kills up to 5 times, reset if you do not kill anything in 30 seconds. It's got block cost reduction and block push angle. That's actually really great considering I got the 30% earlier, plus the 2 stamina. I can also do damage to basically anything with this. It also has not bad cleave.
Come black rat, taste the steel.
Clear fanatics! Don't let them drag you down, Fury.
Eyes that gleam in the dark. Assassin! Not so good in a fair fight, assassin.
Wait for the horde to clear up and clear out.
Do you hear that? Rattling gunner. Chest of Trials, right here.
Alright, let's hit this. We just dealt with the horde, so...
The thirsting one keeps
Rotblood
looking for
raiding
place.
party.
Don't let him take me.
Right.
Wanna have some healing?
Incredibly messed up, but fun fact. There's an enemy type that I think they're actually even just called maulers in Darktide that are these bucket heads. They are literally just these guys with a different skin that are slightly shorter and they have the same hit zones as well, where they've got an armored head but unarmored bodies. But for whatever reason, probably because of the tabletop, they're just like, okay, these guys are just these guys with a different weapon and a new texture. That seems very good. Above. I'm actually going to take Kane's Fury because I have health regen. But they are the bucket heads with a new skin, with a new texture, and it's just alright, that's great. Unfortunately, their body is actually armored in-game. It looks like they're wearing heavy armor, but they're not. Yeah, that missed. That tracks.
We're locked into a trap. Kill them all.
Beware the poison grenadier!
Please reload faster. Alright, let's go down.
Another Stormburst. It'll die like the rest.
Don't like that, do you, Gasflag? Warrior rats.
That wind blew straight from the false moon.
Gasfrag's dead. Potion, who wants it?
Okay, this is all fine. Weapons are still looking good.
Good killing, Kruber! You're a credit to your regiment.
sir. We all crack heads in the same
Storm
cause.
vermin.
Same cause. Yes, of course. We are so alike.
Look at that! A ratty thing she can use a shield!
Storm vermin.
Grab some ammo, because it was there. I stand by the statement of, during the Trail of Treachery update, they, notably increased the spawn rate for storm vermins with shields. There is an assassin.
Strange place, isn't it? How'd it end up this way?
Oh, aye. The Elgi were to blame. Wherever this...
That extra power versus, versus monsters is going to be a godsend later on. I swear. Increased attack speed is also going to be nice. Might want to go Shrine of Strife, try to get myself something offensive. Maybe Shrine of Harmony for the temp health is actual health, so I can on your feet mates the bots and give them real health instead of just temp health that will constantly be ticking away. It'll also give me liberty to use my career skill more frequently to just heal them up instead of other things. Slaughter Bay. Is that not the plot of My Bloody Valentine? Or whatever it was? People remember that slasher flick, right? My Bloody Valentine. Was it intentionally old-esque, or was that just a re-release of an old horror slasher flick? Does anybody even remember it?
Watch for enemy champions. Kill them swiftly and without remorse.
Hexed enemies. I can work with hexed enemies. At least they don't goddamn explode. See, get them? There's a... Ah.
Slap that black rat.
I never believed to see such a...
There's a flame. That pestilent head.
It's about to get a lot hotter.
All right. Come on. Kill for all. By the hammer and the holy name.
Boon. Also, that Pilgrim's Coins was entirely buried. I'll take it. Damage reduction on standing still. I feel like whenever you start up a Chaos Waste run, it gives you like a set. Like, it's like, okay, this is the perk pool you'll be able to pull from. So you constantly see those perks over and over again.
But he's right. There was a quarrel of sorts.
Really? Over what?
The dead. What else?
I shall smite these star planets. No more killing for that one.
I don't know. Unsubstantiated claims aside.
Look, potions. Joy. Forward. here!
I can't shake this feeling of paranoia, of astutely being observed. I'm not going to replace this, because Mason's sword is great.
You gonna use that shield, brat man? I'll draw their attention. You
That shot was acceptable.
Skaven slaver, and I'm a hook rat.
There's a path down there. I'm not going to take it, because screw that noise.
That sounds
Rattling gunner. What?
I hear the pale queen.
Nope.
Watch yourselves! There's a gas pack in here!
Stand back! It's going to explode!
Saggy! Here, bro! Who's got bigger now, eh? Plague fanatics incoming!
This is a problem.
Come on! Oh, look, someone give me a... Not enough! Either numbers or well, the
Alright. Black Rat has to go. Be gone, Storm Vermin.
side down! They won't fire for the battle! Fire rat's dead! There! Give the one Shake! I have killed you!
First one on.
You waste healing! It was necessary, so much for that assassin!
Gruber, keep killing like this, I'm gonna lose my bed.
But it won't be! You don't shoot electrical Rizongi! You know how to gobble!
The bots are upon the struggle bus, but that's okay. I'm here to pick up the slack.
Okay, just the trials.
Yes, have a good look. I'm sure you've nothing better to do.
Oh, you're the... There we go. I was gonna say, that horde's still going for some reason. Sign me up for suffering. Please not a war herd. I had to say something.
No, not yet.
You seem sluggish now. Can you still fight? Rise, Matilde. It had been thrown down here. So much for the not thoughts of their blessings. Watch out! Rattling gunner! The gunner's dead! That sounds like chanting. Could be a flag there.
Really?
The beast staggers for the charge! Bursting all target! That rat's got a reach, all right. What's that? They race to stand. Shot fast, forward! Come on, shield Rakiao! I have you, sir. Go on! Again! I can take it!
You've earned your reward. Don't forget it.
Assassins on me!
I want the cleave. I'm gonna need the cleave. Also, you might be wondering, did I just bait myself out so the assassin would pounce on me and Barden could take care of it? Yes. Was that a good idea? No. That was a terrible decision.
Blackrat! Kill that scruff! Whose god's bigger now, eh?
Alright. Rattling gunner.
Piss on that rattling anyway!
Second one? Second one.
Potion, right here, mate!
Endless bombs is very pog.
Racky black fur!
Right. Take this path and hope. Okay, they are right there.
We've got fight on our hands now! Come on, water! Hey, here's where the action is! I'll give you one for free! Grab you by the neck! Yeah! Kill the hot Got to run us down! That's a gas rat! Get out of here! Out of that mess now! Incoming!
Vermin with shield here.
Oh. How stressful! I love it. There we go. He's been clipped. No longer need to worry about that guy.
Get your bones here.
Poison Aegis.
Be ready.
A star vermin. It's like me spare, runner. Oh, oh, bad! So much for the dark parts of their blessings. We're all good, mates. Our rat's
Move in
dead.
air. Bring it down. Let the black rat come. I've an arrow for him.
Then you can stop us. You're welcome to bloody yeah, that rattling's dead.
Kruger, keep killing like this and I'm gonna lose my bet.
Bet, what bet? Don't you listen to her, donkey. You know how she dabbles wrong. Shield bearing, Agaraki! There's potions here.
You know, when I went this way, I didn't think it was the way I was supposed to go. If you know what I mean. Like it was I went this way to check for pilgrim's coins before going the actual way.
I spy a hook rat. I killed the hook rat.
No.
Get clear. Bit slovenly. He's down. Yeah, that rattling's done for. Hook rat's dead. Hold still, would you?
I don't
does not
understand
make
it
us
myself.
friends.
The elf went down, but then the elf was
The chaos wastes are an affront to the
I don't want to think about it. I'm not going to think
as
about
to
it.
how they came into being.
That storm vermin's mine.
Alright, so do I risk it?
That black rat's mine.
Yeah. Not shotgun. Of course it's shotgun.
Hear that? Sounds like an assassin.
Now, I'm in for it. I deserve this. What did it have?
Death.
Pilgrim's coins and swiftness. I deserve this. Alright, so I can still work with this. I won't be able to deal with armored targets like rattling gunners easily anymore, but
Righteous strike. on, rat.
If I just ignore it and bait it around corners...
Die like the rest.
I say bait it around corners, that acts like, you know... You can actually bait them around corners. I think there are so many of the elites stacked up. I wonder if I just got unlucky there, and it was like, okay, there are a bunch of storm vermin nearby that are gonna get caught up in this horde. They just all happen to have rolled the probability of being one of the elites. Like, that was probably just some classic Ratman luck, but... Do I want to? Yes. I have plenty of money. Damage over time effects. I think my only source of damage over time is,
Keep fighting. The path
what is it called?
clear.
Is incendiary bombs.
Pile of stunner corpses. So be it.
So, shall you? Mind your wounds, sir. Great work, Vermintide. Keep warm. Let me bind that way, Watcher. Weapons up! Fight like it's payday!
I, full disclosure, did that for the AI, for the bots, because they were... Try to avoid that from happening. Nah, I missed. Alright, the last of this ammo I really need to save up for, in case. Oh, Minotaur, where is it? There it is. Okay, it's a normal Minotaur. It hit,
Too many of them.
Stand up! Save the horse! Hold your tongues! Oh, thank God!
Salt Spire? Nope. Alright, Barden isn't going to clutch this. So this is the end of the run, which is fine by me, really. That went way better than I had any right to. So yeah, this is an issue I've had with Bardenbot recently, where he just won't revive. He'll pull career skill and then he'll just not do anything with it. I guess that's fine, it's just... You can see I get to keep 200 coins for my next run, which is where I like to be. And even though I lost, I still get a reward. Wow, that was some really bad Reynolds luck. Yeah. I wasn't doing too good whenever it came to damage taken. In all fairness, though, I was hurting myself with every swing, so... Yeah, monsters were a massive problem, and it was basically entirely up to me. And that Minotaur being where it was, and... It's my fault it happened. I shouldn't have been up in that area. I should have been down. I should have dropped into the big open area and dealt with it there, so... Teammates could have been fine, but a lot of things happened. Cascading failures and all that. The bots didn't pull weight, like, at all in any category at any point. But that's normal. That's to be expected. All right. I'm feeling a bit refreshed whenever it comes to the Vermintide, so I'm ready to get back to my usual mucking about of doing the campaign stuff over and over again. Although I will say I put like an hour and 20 minutes into that, and I didn't actually win, and that's kind of the problem I have with Chaos Wastes. You put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it does not always pay off. Like, sure, yeah, I did get something out of it, but... I could have gotten that kind of chest from, like, 10 minutes in a normal legend mission, going no tomes, no grims, and just blitzing through at breakneck pace. Also $2.99. Love to see it. A completely garbage box. Well, at least I get dust out of it. Oh boy. Alright. Wrong button. Now, for the vermining, the vermintidening, let's go ahead and go into Limb Splitter real quick. Actually, no, more the merrier is yeah. Go ahead and give it Strike Together so teammates can get the increased attack speed. And yeah. Blade Barrier for survivability is always good, because bots don't know how to use it properly. Ready for Action is great on Kruberbot, because he's stupid and will scream as frequently as possible. 1 minute 30 seconds. Talents, Ready for Action. I think Ready for Action just refunds 30 seconds of the cooldown whenever you use it, so it's just like, oh, now you only have to wait a minute instead of a minute 30. Or something like that, you know? Like, it just refunds a very small amount of it. Instead of actually reducing the cooldown. I'm gonna leave it with On Your Feet, mates. Occasionally, Kruberbot uses it, and it's very, very clutch. Corellian Bot is fine. I'm actually going to swap out Warrior Priest for Witch Hunter Captain, because of course, and I'm going to go Slayer, because I hate myself, and I need to be dependent on my bots for them to be able to kill things. Now, I do want to real quick look at the build I was using. So, Eternal Vigilance for staggering. That was the cost of pushing. Fighter. Yep. Fury Fortitude. Prayer of Might. Comet's Gift. Technically, United in Prayer would probably be arguably better, but a long-range revive can be very, very good. That revive also can, you know, get teammates out of trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, do I quick play? Actually, before I do that, I can actually take a look to see. Let's just check Legend difficulty. Not a whole lot of Canadians on today. Go ahead and just search near. So if I were to queue into Legend, I'd get 4 American servers, 2 British servers. And 2 Canadian servers. Game type, we're gonna search by campaign. Okay, you can see that people are doing things. That person is running skittergate. What scares me about this is like, oh, games that are nearby. The UK, there's an entire ocean between the UK and me. I don't think near means what Fat Shark thinks it means. And that might be part of the problem I've been running into in Darktide, is it's like, oh yeah, sure, they're close enough, TM. 100 ping is totally acceptable in a game that's got, like, fraction of a second decision making in order to dodge things. Yeah, sure. And the prospect of going into a lobby and having, like, over 100 ping is terrifying, and it's just, no thank you. I wish I could, you know, organize the difficulties. So, like, oh, yes, show me the servers by the difficulty they're in instead of whatever nonsense this is. What kind of ordering is this, by the way? Just like, okay, here are 2 recruits, there's a couple champions recruit. Oh, there's a cataclysm, yeah. Veteran recruit, couple legends. What is this organization? I don't understand, nor do I get it. I don't know. I think I'm getting just a bit tired and a bit jaded in ways that I just wasn't before. Could do a deed. The legend convocation of decay with seek and destroy and abduction. That reward is not worth it. Champion, legend. Alright. Alright, I think I've made my choice. I've made my decision. I think I'm ready. So let's see. Melee killing blows, hack and slash. I suppose I'll go about explaining the build and what I'm doing. So, Slayer's Fury on melee kill, I get temporary health. That's fine by me. I take hack and slash despite having 2 single-handed weapons. I could benefit from 1,000 cuts and get the increased attack speed, but I'd rather have the increased crit chance, so I can more consistently crit and benefit more consistently from the swift slaying. Smiter, first enemy hit always counts staggered, gives me that little bit of extra damage on that first hit to more consistently drop pinkies and whatnot. And clan rats. High tally. Now, I swear, Trophy Hunter used to increase attack speed every stack. I swear that's how it was. But now, or maybe it's always been, increases damage by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. So getting an extra stack of Trophy Hunter makes it so I can get up to 40% extra damage, which makes it very good on dealing with monsters and tanky boys like Chaos Warriors. I'm unironically taking Barge. I've come to appreciate what it does and how it works. It makes it so that if I'm engaging a monster or one of the elites and I dodge to the side and there are pinkies there, the pinkies will get knocked out of the way. Meaning that I can always dodge to the side, in theory. It won't work against if I've got, like, a Chaos Warrior to my side, and I think it even gets stopped by, Storm Vermin, but... hey. It might just save my bacon. Oblivious to Pain is great, but it's very... It's the lazy solution. It's just like, oh... It will never actually reduce to 10, it will always reduce it by half, because when you're playing on Champion and Legend, it never does that little damage. Grimnir's Focus. This can be very good, and you can have almost 100% uptime on it because of Drengi Grit, but I don't want to, you know... I want to turn off my brain and just left-click a monster to death, if you catch what I'm saying. Dowie Drop is very good for one big hit. Crunch is good for something, I'm sure. I've never... I'm sure it's good for something, maybe stunning a monster. But I like No Escape, it gives me the maneuverability that I appreciate. Now, I'm going to do something massively stupid and quick play with Slayer Dwarf. Pitter-platter, pitter-patter, let's get at her. Immediately into Talls, so... Was someone queuing?
That magic you manifest, Saltspire. It looks like it tingles. Does it tingle?
You speak of holy fury, for which I am but a
Right.
You are
This could be
indeed a
ticklish
cock.
one.
Oh.
No two ways about it.
Oh.
That skittergate's got to go down. And there's no one else to do the job. Problem is, we can't do it from the Helmgart's side. So, we'll have to travel to the frozen north and give it a thumping from that end, too. Lona reckons it'll work, but, well, you'll notice he's staying home for this one.
So, I didn't notice this until we were loading in. I don't have ranged. Slayer, no, I don't have ranged. Kruber doesn't have ranged. Warrior Priest doesn't have ranged. I mean, Elf has ranged. I can feel my ping. Oh yeah, 140 ping.
When the Skaven unleash their sickness on the world, the weave always suffers.
I can feel my 140 ping.
A lucky shot, that's all.
Healing trap! Over here! Blackfire! Well, the black rat.
I sense a gloubadeer.
Get back! Incoming!
No, team communication. I didn't just drop it. I asked the team first. I communicated with the people I'm currently playing with. I didn't just make the executive decision. I didn't just skip ahead. I've done that before, but it's not something I'm going to do frequently, especially now that there's the big influx of players. Oh, that's spooky.
Assassin longs to feel my axe for the ground.
You were killed for you, assassin.
Ooh, I think that was the 140 ping coming into play. Don't know. I'll find out.
Gas rat. Over the ears down.
Heads down, mayflies.
Rattling gun is dead. A rattling gun. I've lost kin to those things.
The shadows hide
Mayflies, I need help.
Stick it on!
May I remind you, you are not invincible, what?
The country! Anyone else healing? Or an arm they ain't using? I still need
That ping is very, very rough.
That's the skittergate. Now we do the ladies' work.
You know...
Healing draft for you.
Note, they're all hiding their equipment. They don't want people to see what they have. They probably met some toxic veterans and were just like, I don't want people to kick me from a game because I don't have, like, full reds or something, and it's fine.
Plague bugs incoming.
I think Kruger's a cinnamon bun.
Never been so pleased to see a racky device fire up. More black rats.
Mild amount of friendly fire there.
Can you kill? You must not die, dwarf. Our work continues.
Kruber, you sure you don't need a rest?
Why
too?
did...
Looks like a
You know, he's level
nasty
32. He doesn't... He probably doesn't know better.
You're living
I'm not...
you can't.
I'm not in teaching mode. I've done enough recently. And reset memory.
From a hunter. I smell you. Come here. We're far north, mates. Too close for comfort for the chaos wastes. Almost Northlander. I think it's this way. Oh, not so formidable now, is he? Look at those tents. The invasion's not long off, not now. Better find the back door and get to work. More ammunition here.
Bomb. They don't want to jump, so I can hand them a... Oh, fuck.
Healing draft here. See that down there? Looks like our back way in.
Over there, Lumberfish. Chaos Warrior. Lillian, a light stormer.
Kruber gave up the high ground. If he had stayed up, the, Please. I don't have an answer for the Windy Boy. Elf can have that. That's spooky latency.
The lady sees your efforts, morning. Nothing her head up to you. As still as do me, this is about to get messy. Ammunition here! Gas! Did you not hear me? Supplies over here! Grimnir's beard! Gas!
Other than being unable to dance with the rat ogre because I have high ping. Haven't taken a whole lot of damage this game. Life Leech is still kicking around. There are lots of lads down below. Use Fire Thrower. Alright. I guess part of the trick is just knowing how to move. I feel like the latency and netcoding on Vermintide 2 is distinctly better than it's distinctly better than what Darktide is running. Hear me out? Might be insane. Jump on that triangle. There's a triangle right there that you can see. And then you can jump up cleanly. If you do that, you can jump right to the end of the jumping puzzle TM for the tome that's there. No, there's Ravage Dart. I actually don't need the Ravage Dart, so I'm not going to go grab it. And there's the lad they're all going to be worrying about. I'm just going to go ahead and run. Someone has the heal share, which is interesting to see. You don't see that very often. I can't see their builds or anything, so I have no idea what they're up to, but hey, you know.
There's a lot of them. Fortune here.
I should just grab that. Right, I did my due diligence. I tagged the thing. And
get inside, mates. We haven't got all day. Good work, Dory. No more wins from that.
I will say it is distinctively spooky to land the hits, and then a second later.
Stay alive,
And then a second later for the hit to register. It is a spooky thing. Please switch weapon. My goodness. Team is having some problems dealing with specials. And that happens. This team comp is specials are the struggle bus.
Medical supplies at last.
Hold a moment while I drink.
Should take that bomb. Ah, I don't know.
Too late, my friend. Why did he drink that so early?
Same old blabbering bluster. Bring him down, Glory, with face power.
Here, Queen. Shield me from sight. Into green.
I took chaos from you.
I'm better robbery there, mates. Following London's plan, we now got a key stop to use and a gate to wreck.
Healing stuff. The team can take care of themselves. I'm just gonna carry this tome to the end of the level.
Bolting could be worse.
Northlander Knight. On your toes, good fellows. Don't waste that bomb. Back off the run floating in. Help me!
There's an assassin. Like to not have to deal with hook rat, but again, I'm not confident in my ability to dodge or deal with them, with the latency being what it is. So I hung out by that cliff so that when it came up, I could easily just do my shove attack while it's stuck in the animation. That way, my latency mattered significantly less.
We've a fire out to deal with, Mayfly. Well, Mayfly, that watch after wasn't so bad.
Someone grab those
I have
bandages.
memories of the Dookie Nukie, where, what was it? I think it was in Duke Nukem 3D, like, or was it one of the original Duke Nukems? It had a teleporting enemy that, you could kill as it was teleporting.
Fortune over here.
He was the last person I wanted
Isn't
to
there
have
a
that
book right
potion.
here?
Yes,
hang
there's
on,
a
let me
tome.
get this book.
There's a tome back there. I'm gonna go with him, so...
Queen.
You could use some aid out.
Medicine for the ailing.
Oh no!
Right yourself, sir.
2 things of healing back here.
I hear a chaos warrior. You hear that, lad?
Please, just trying to beat this. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed Kruber was on that struggle bus real hard. He just wants the achievement.
Down. I smell some ammunition.
Leech is down.
This isn't a point of no return. You can get back up. At least specials won't be a problem whenever we actually get into the skittergate boss proper with Rasknit and Death Rattler. Death Rattler will be probably an issue. But it won't be too bad. Probably, maybe, possibly. Can you repeat the question? I don't know. You're not the boss of me now.
For the exiles, Ken.
It's not bug buns, I'll tell you that.
Alright, there's a spawn of chaos.
Stand clear of that hook. Mind.
Ooh. 2 assassins? Oh, this is...
Cracky assassins closing back. Hook crack. Dead.
Was that a good use of a strength potion? Not the best, but...
Healing tools if you're feeling weak, Trengarazi.
Again, feeling a little paranoid. My connectivity is not good, and... Team is being team.
Set the key staff in place and give it a good tug. Maybe a kick too. Seek the warp regulators. We shall let the gate wreak its own ruin. I don't want fame. Just do my duty. Smash the lock is the only way. Give them a good walloping.
Fight your way to the gate. Move.
My short dwarven legs are messing up the jump.
Wait, that one was scared, didn't you?
Salt Spire is stuck.
Frisky, I dare.
Wait for my vision to come back. We're good. It's probably not the best idea. Give it to the elf. Why not? They've got a better ping than I do.
Oh, we get a bonus treat, Trengarazi. Brave Washington never seems to know when the jig is up and the game is locked. Go up, check your head.
Dust, shadow.
No!
Ooh, I got latency. I got latency there. That's...
I walk.
Yeah. I got myself. God, I don't have an answer for Death Rattler. I would have been fine had the game actually healed me whenever I started healing instead of giving me the good old-fashioned, the razzle-dazzle that was the, Oh, he did it to himself. He could have revived, Kruber. But he didn't. Yeah, I can't dodge properly. Not with the latency being what it is. I think the elf thought she was behind him.
Come, finish me if you dare.
Your eyes dead. Now, so many battles for that beast. Good minute.
Where is Rastnit?
Ammunition, and not before time.
Here he is. He's over here. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Rude. You guys just started hitting him like that. He was just hanging out.
The shadows hide me.
Why is it taking them so long to get him to move to his next position? That's...
Prophets of decay comes for us. Defend yourself, Gorm.
Look at that! Araki thinks he can use a shield!
I don't like the instant teleport he does there.
Can't lie, I'm not feeling great. Eyes open for Racky Blade, fanatic!
No, not yet.
You are needed, Elf. You must not die.
Oh, Jory, what a day! You insolent
Yeah, that game would have gone a lot better if I wasn't running 140, 50 ping.
Stay close to me, you see the path?
Team will do as the team do.
I'm throwing a bomb!
Headshot.
Now, that had the ring of finality, did it not? I chase victory! Holy victory!
Oh, we got to see Saltspire levitate up towards the sky for a moment. Sigmar. Sigmar be praised by the comet. He's learned to fly.
Down the gob, right and through the legend blip.
There, we got it. No problem. No problem. We got it. Don't worry about it. With quick play bonus, we might actually, you know, get a respectable vault. Generals, second best. Like I said, respectable. I feel it. Alright, so what you're witnessing is the ratty veteran knows what he do. Yeah, that game would have been a lot less painful if the ping wasn't so high. Or if I'd brought throwing axes. If I'd brought throwing axes, that would have been probably a lot better, but... Oh well. Go ahead and just leave party. And, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think I was going into skittergate, but, that is a proverbial high point to leave off on. No reds. That's really to be expected at this point. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want that. But yeah. Yeah. I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking of, like, the close to 40 hours I put into Darktide, and I'm just like, man, that... It's weird to say that it doesn't have the polish, because it's just like, oh, of course it doesn't, it's the beta, but I mean, like, the melee, the movement, the systems that are in Vermintide 2 that make it so good, that allow you to do the weaving in and out of combat, to do the melee stuff, it just isn't there, and I think part of the problem I've been having in Darktide, because there's no option to see your own ping, is that I think because they're all running dedicated servers, that I think I've been having connectivity issues. And that might be, like, the problem people are having with the Poxhounds. Because it might not be the Poxhounds itself, it might literally just be server problems. And the way the netcode is, because I've seen some janky assassin, like, pounces, you know? In the day of doing Vermintide. But it was never too bad if you hosted. Like, you could get around a lot of it. But that's if you're hosting. If you're not hosting, or if you're like me and you're used to just doing solo content and having zero latency whatsoever on the proverbial internal server, you start to notice. Sorry, just platforming. And that might be part of the issue that me and a lot of people are running into with Darktide, is that maybe it's the netcode in the servers. Like, people find Poxhounds and mutants hard to dodge. It might be a latency thing. Maybe that's why they've intentionally prevented people from seeing ping. Because I've checked and I couldn't find a setting for ping. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm losing my mind. It's entirely possible, but going through some Vermintide 2 and looking at the gameplay of and experiencing again has caused me to realize that some of the issues Some of the issues are probably latency. Which causes me to question, why haven't they implemented a ping system? Like, even on the player list that Darktide has, there's no connectivity thing showing how good or bad your connection is. Like, I guess you can just get a feel for it, because I've noticed a few times while playing that it's gone poorly, and I could tell I had bad ping, but I don't know. I genuinely just don't know. It's uncertainty. Like a weird gut feeling like, there's something wrong with Darktide. And I'm not sure what it is. Like, it's a number of small things that have added up over time. Like, oh, there isn't proper voicing for the Ragers or Maulers, and they mostly just... Sure, they make some noises, but they don't make proper noises that you'd expect, like the Berserkers or Plague Rats do in Vermintide 2, where they have very distinct noises and very distinct visuals that help them stand out from the hordes. So that even if you do miss them somehow visually, there's an audio cue telling you that, yes, these things that are dangerous are here. Here is the alarm. That and... I don't know. I guess it's a bunch of little things that you start to just notice and pick up on. Small things that cause an itch, an agitation. And the more you do it, the less you enjoy it. Maybe it's just me. It probably is just me being old and having bad reaction times and whatnot, but I don't know. Right. Enough rambling about Darktide and the rats, and gonna check to see if there's anyone streaming currently. Well then. Spud is playing Far Cry 3, Trigger's doing Monster Hunter World. I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys over to Trigger, because Trigger is playing Monster Hunter World, and I love Monster Hunter World, believe it or not. I did some streaming of it, and I'm actually... Ironically, I'm up to around 700 hours in Monster Hunter World as well, but that was mostly co-op. I played that a lot with my sister. She got it for me back whenever it was new-ish, got Iceborne, and we played a lot of it. We never got to the grinding lands. I ended up doing it solo later, but for the most part it was just co-op, and it was fun. It was a good time. I did do some Rise content as well. I think I have a couple clips on here for that. Go ahead and send probably like my one viewer over to Trigger. Let's give him a shout out beforehand. / shout out. That. Get his name copied so it's easier to do. Shout out. Shout out. Raid. Oh. Fantastic. Alright, go ahead and tell Trigger I said, hey, enjoy some Monster Hunter World. I know I will. And I guess I'll see anyone over there. I apologize, OBS decided to refresh there. There we go.